Okay, I'm here. I'm awake. Hey bears, I have exciting news, a lot of news on Identity 5, so let's get right into it. Hey bears, I am the Gaming-Grizzly and welcome back to Identity 5, and I am very excited because we just got information what will come to the game in the future. We are talking about new hunter, new survivors, new maps, and even a new crossover. That is kind of an old crossover, but it is a new crossover. Very excited for this. Before we jump into it, leave me a fat like, comment in the comment section below what you think about all of this. And if you're new, subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly. Alright, let's jump into it. And we are starting with the upcoming hunter, the Wax Artist. This new hunter looks absolutely amazing. He seems to be controlled by the wax that is on his shoulder, because if we look closely, we can see that the wax actually forms a woman kind of controlling the hunter. Or maybe it's the hunter controlling the wax? We don't really know yet. It's very interesting. I like the design of his weapon because it seems like he can have a similar ability to the Soldier, where he can shoot wax out of his wax gun, I would say. We also got another picture of this hunter in which we can see that the wax cannon is actually connected to his spine, or at least to his wax form that is on his shoulder. Very curious to see what this hunter will look like when it comes to the game, how this hunter will perform, what the abilities and skills are. I'm curious to hear your opinion on that, but next up we are talking about the new survivors. And if we look at one particular video, we already saw a lot of things that will eventually come to the game. Starting with the new Hunter Nayat that already made it into the game, but there are also other hints. Here we saw, for example, the two new survivors already that will come in the future, which is the Psychologist and the Patient. We got new pictures of these new survivors, which also confirms that these two survivors will come to the game. And these two pictures actually, no, we actually have three pictures. These three pictures show us, first of all, the skill set. We can't really tell what the skills will be, but as we see here on the paintings in the background, we see the skill set of the Psychologist and the Patient. It looks very interesting. It seems like the Psychologist is actually causing distress on the opponent, on the hunter, I would say. And for the Patient, it seems like he might be able to attack. I'm very curious to see what these two new survivors will bring to the table. We got more pictures right here. For example, we can see the Psychologist with her lobotomy gear, right? With her set of tools that she's bringing to the game. And if we look at the Patient, we can see that he has some kind of Assassin's Creed style, Assassin's Creed themed weapon. It looks very interesting. I really like the designs of both of these characters. Again, I would love to hear your opinion what these characters will bring to the table. What will be the skills? What will be the abilities? Very curious what you think about them. But next up, my most exciting thing that I am looking forward is actually the new upcoming map. So the new upcoming map is called Darkwoods, and Darkwoods looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. It kind of looks like a combination of the Arms Factory and the surface of the Golden Cave map. Very interesting design. I like the structure that we can see probably in the middle of the map as well. And I have a few more detailed pictures of this map. Here we can see which will be, I would say, the main building of Darkwoods. We can see that there's a little doll hanging on the tree. I'm very curious to see if we will see this doll in the game as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. And in general, the map looks just great. Gives us this kind of horror vibe that Identity 5 should give us. Really nice. We have another picture right here of, again, what I think will be the center of the map, which is also seen in the video that I talked about earlier. And I want to show the video again because we can already get a glimpse of what the map will actually look like in game with this video. So again, here you can see that this is a very interesting map. We can see a swing where the lost girl is sitting on. We can also see some, I would say, bird cages on top of this structure. And in general, it just looks absolutely amazing. And one last picture to share this map. Actually looks like there is some kind of swamp, some toxic swamp. We can see, wait, is that a deer in the bottom right? Is that the gamekeeper? what we can see here for sure is the ex-boy and the lucky guy on this map. Looks absolutely beautiful. I really like the green touch of the swamp right here. I hope that green is exactly that green in the game as well. And in general, I think the map looks absolutely fantastic. Again, if we look at the trailer that I was talking about earlier, that Identity V was releasing a few weeks ago, we already saw Darkwood. We already saw Darkwood. We saw the woods, we saw a lot of trees, we saw the main building in the distance. We also saw some kind of fireplace, some kind of it's not really a bonfire, but it's some kind of fireplace where also the trees are lit up. Very, very, very interesting. Then again, we saw the lost girl on the swing and general overview of what the center of this map could look like. So I am very curious to see how this map turns out in the game. Leave me comments again what you think about this map. I'm very excited. I'm always excited about new maps. It's difficult to bring really good maps to the game, but this one has a lot of potential. Very curious to see what Identity V is doing about it. And last but not least, we also have a new crossover, a new old crossover, at least for the global version. Because Identity V just announced that the Detective Conan crossover will actually make it to Identity V as well, or at least to the global version of Identity V, which again is very, very interesting, which is very nice for us, because I was absolutely hoping for the Conan crossover, even if we are getting it months later than the Chinese version, than the Chinese server. We are getting it. It was announced with One Truth Prevails, Identity V X Case Closed, Detective Conan crossover global version. I finally meet you all this year. The late commission, the international reasoning. Detectives, thank you for waiting. And we got this little trailer. Really, really, really excited for this crossover. I know the hype is almost over, because this crossover was months ago for the Chinese server, and everyone on the global server was just kind of looking at the Chinese server being jealous. But we are getting it. Again, we won't see a lot of new content, that's what I think. We won't see a lot of new content that we haven't already seen on the Chinese server. But that doesn't matter. I'm very excited for Detective Conan crossover. And that's it for the quick update right here, for the quick news flash on what is to come to Identity V. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, leave me a fat like, a comment in the comment section below what you think about all of this. And of course, if you're new, subscribe to the Gaming-Grizzly. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!